welcome to the DirtNet Podcast. I'm your host, Roy Dirt. How's everybody doing this early morning? I'm doing pretty good, actually, to be honest with you. As I stated on my last podcast, has anybody come up with any topics? We'll still be running that for a few days, so get your topics in the YouTube comments for those of you who are listening on YouTube. And, we'll just kind of see how that goes. Should make for an interesting episode. A topic that's been very interesting on my mind is the news today. We're all seeing these stories, and the news just become depressing. I mean, it's the same old thing over and over again. And a lot of it don't even pertain to any of us. It's all these third world countries that all this conflict and issues are going on, and has nothing to do with us, but yet it gets everybody in an uproar. I don't understand that. And the media hypes it up too much. The media, all they do is tell you the worst side of it instead of the best stuff that comes out of it, like miracles and that type of thing. And what I'm referring to by miracles is families being reconnected with loved ones after a tragedy, and pets being found in the tragedy, or the aftermath would be a better way to put it. It's just stuff like that. The news don't report that. They just report, oh, the war's going on in this country, or, oh, this city's been bombed. But they don't report the good stuff out of it. They don't want you to see the positive stuff out of it. They want you to see the horror and crap that goes on. Like, oh, get the person mad, get them all raging for it on the side of this, that, and the other. And that's what makes for a good news story. I mean, they oversell it. And you don't have to oversell a news story to get your point across. Nobody has to get anything across by overselling it. That's just way too much work, and plus you end up losing viewers and or listeners. I mean, it's crazy. It really is crazy. I don't try to oversell my podcast. If people like my content, great. If they don't, they don't. I'm not going to say you have to listen to it, and I'm not going to say you don't have to listen to it. Everybody's got the freedom of choice, but you shouldn't have to oversell something to get an audience or a listener. You should be able to speak your mind, speak your heart, and do it with enthusiasm. As a listener, ask yourself this. Do you think the news is hyping up stories just to get readers or listeners? Or do you think they're afraid to tell the brighter side of a tragedy? Let me know in the YouTube comments, and my regular listeners, wherever you get your podcast, be thinking about that. Also, an announcement, if you would like to support the DirtNet podcast, I will be placing a link to a Patreon here within the next few days, so you can donate and support us and help for this podcast to grow. As I stated in a previous episode, I will be making site updates and everything, make it a little more user-friendly, so be looking for that. I'm going to go ahead and cut it short for this podcast. So, again, YouTube listeners, get those ideas in the comments, and I'll try to get them featured in an upcoming episode, so we're going to catch you on the flip side, and hopefully you're enjoying the content. This is Roy Dirt. See ya.